What were your first impressions of the repave?
Very smooth, and it is a lot faster. Feels really, really fast out there.
Is that something you wanted to see here at this track, especially with the recent performances you've had?
In terms of what it feels like for us running around out there, it it's a cooler experience. Um, I definitely don't think it's the best for a race in terms of entertainment. There is no dag. Um, I haven't talked to Jay or Rocket, but I'm gonna suggest a practice for just second lane running to try and rubber it up, just because it is right now it's unusable. There's only one lane, and even if you're a second and a half faster than the car in front of you, you can't get by them.
Do you think that that a practice session like that would help resolve those issues, or just
I don't.
go in the right direction?
It'll absolutely help because we've done it in Texas where it's been an issue. We've done it. We've done it at another oval. Or Texas is maybe the only. Gateway maybe we did. Um, so I think it'll certainly open the lane up a little bit more, which is what you ultimately that's what you need. You need guys to want to run up there and like rubber it in. But yeah, it's super super fast right now.
And the lack of tire degradation is obviously disadvantageous to even running the second lane.
Yeah, I mean, just all the information that you have from the years past really is useless because it's always been a tire race. It's never been a fuel race. And now the overcut is going to be stronger than the undercut, basically. Like you can still go as fast as you are starting a stint at the end of a stint. So it'll just change the approach and strategy. It'll change the approach and how you're thinking about when certain yellows fall. Like, do you take them now? Do you not take them? So I mean, it's a cool challenge. Everybody's gonna, be a first timer coming back. So should make it fun.
And I know the bumps used to always be a big talking point about that. Did the repave solve those issues at least?
Straightaway still bumpy. Pit lane, pit in, still very bumpy. But the corners themselves are extremely smooth. Yeah.
Have you talked about, sorry if you've been asked this, the difference with the hybrid power system?
Yeah, the hybrid doesn't do anything. I'm not using it. It's we need a lot more power from the hybrid unit in order for it to actually make a difference. For what it's doing right now for us, it really is useless. It might as well not have the system.
The repave, you said it was smooth and stuff. How did you feel that it felt today comparable to last season?
No dags, just way faster. The biggest thing here was like from lap 1 to lap 40 in a stint, like you're losing 3 seconds, and right now we're losing half a second. So it's still really, really quick, and you're dictated a lot by how much clean air you have in front of you. If you're in lap 40 of a set with clean air versus a guy with new tires with lap 10, but he's behind traffic, you'll be quicker. Just because in traffic it does slow you up that much more.
What's your favorite part about racing here at the Iowa Speedway?
Well, it used to be that the races were you never knew where you were. It was just so crazy and hectic. But I think the races that we'll see this year are going to be extremely different to what we've seen in the past.
In what ways?
You won't see the same strategy calls that you used to see in the past. You'll see, I would say, less passing. So we'll see. I mean, we haven't really had a chance to do the race runs yet, so it's hard to say. But there is definitely close to no dag compared to what it's been here in the past, and that's going to be the biggest factor of just difference.
Why less passing?
Because cars aren't dagging, so everybody will still be going ass fast, and the second lane hasn't quite opened up. I don't know if it's going to get there. If we make that session to purposefully just try and rubber it in, it might help, and I think that's a pretty important point to get across to IndyCar and really get that session into the race weekend, because otherwise it'll be a one lane and really no passing is going to happen. So we want it to be a good show like it's been in the past.
Is there any chance that happens tonight? Or
The
is it-
second lane?
Yeah, like anything like that.
I don't know. I haven't talked to him yet, so I don't know. I know we're running until 9, but we're also working within limits of how much we can string out a set of tires or how much we can run it in consecutive laps. So we're just looking over the data and really seeing is this what we're coming back with, or are we, is the tire going to change? Is the downforce levels going to change? Like, there's still a lot of things up in the air, I would say.
And then on the hybrid package, can I ask you, is there a horsepower number that you would target that you feel that you guys need to have that make of use here? Is it difficult to have it be that high on an oval?
We've tried very different region levels and deployment levels, but it's got to be more than double than what we're deploying right now. So it I know the system that we have is capable of giving us so much more. Like, we can actually push it quite a bit more, and I think that is what we need to be doing. Like, we need to be extracting the maximum out of this, not just limit it and be like, this is it. Well, what's the point of having it if we're not maximizing it? So hopefully we'll see the limits of that go way up, and you'll start really seeing the improvements or whatever the hybrid can bring into the picture. But just where the levels are right now, it really is nothing.